Morning. So I'm down in Lamberris today. I'm currently at Penny Pass car park for Snowdon, or Rafter for the Welsh version. I've climbed this one previously, did it in 2019 as part of the National 3-peat with mate Chris. Some other guys as well, as John Marcello, I believe his name was. Alex Button, Dominic Button and Charlie Button. Thanks to you guys, it was a great weekend out. Today's slightly different. I'm doing it via Crib Goch and Crib Goch, which is two of the knife edge reeds to the right hand side above the P1G track. Did it via miners track previously. So yeah, should be a great day out. Visibility is pretty much zero at the moment, I think, when I get up there. Reasonably okay down here, but yeah, it's forecast to clear a bit later, so I'm going to set off in that direction shortly, head up the P1G track and then up towards the Crib Goch itself. It is a great one to scramble. You do go and make sure you're suitably equipped, etc. It's quite exposed. Right, let's crack on. So what am I doing in Wales? I should probably told you this at the start, but hey ho. So I said I was climbing Snowdon by Crib Goch. So what I'm actually doing is I'm bagging the Welsh 3000s. There's 15. I've got them all on the list. I can't remember off the top of my head. Today we'll be getting 3. Snowdon is a repeat, but I'll come out pretty close to Summit, so it seems rude not to. Crib Goch, Crib Goch, I think it's pronounced. There's another 2. Hopefully, weather holds. Tomorrow I'll bag another 4. So that'll give me 7, which will leave 8. I've then got plans to do the rest as we progress towards the end of the week. Yeah, currently ascending Snowdon by the P1G track. It's fairly easy, to be honest, so far. Steady climb. See, it does get a little bit steeper a bit further up. Just over there. So follow this track, and people going all the way up there. I think somewhere behind there was where it branched off over Crib Goch. That's looking down the Ogwen Valley. It's Lamberris in the distance. Penny Pass is that way. Yeah, should be a relatively good day out. It definitely looks like the clouds lifting, breaking up slightly, so that's always a good thing. Right, let's crack on. Hello, so I'm about 1.7 kilometres in, just reached the point where the path branches off. So I came up that way there, up the pig track. Pig track disappears off that way. I'm going this way, straight up there. That'll take me up towards Crib Goch and Crib Goch, I think it's pronounced. As you can see, the views are absolutely stunning. Do you have a view of the 2 lakes down there? Glaslyn is at the back. That's the one where King Arthur supposedly threw Excalibur and returned it to the Lady of the Lake. This track down here, that's the Miners. That's one me and Chris did in 2019. It's relatively easy. Then you've got a stiff ascent. Snowdon is over there in the cloud. I'm hoping it might break up a bit. The humidity is ridiculous. It's actually more humid up here than it was at the campsite. Yeah, just gonna have a quick snack and then I'm gonna crack on. Good day out so far. It's taken me about 40 minutes to get to here, so not too bad. The more fun part is further up. Right, let's go. There we go. So I've actually reached the point where it tells you how dangerous Crib Goch is. I'll just read the notice for you. Crib Goch, no direct route to the summit of Snowdon. It's an extreme scramble. Is a grade 1. Suitable for experienced and very fit mountaineers with good technical skills. Terrain, mountain terrain which will most likely require scrambling and potential use of ropes. Recommended footwear and clothing, full hill walking gear essential, specialist equipment may be required. So I'm carrying about 9 kilos of kit, should be enough. Does make me wonder because I've seen a few people with rucksacks that I can only assume all they have in there is a jumper and waterproof gear. Certainly don't have a first aid kit or much else in there. But yeah, as you can see, the view is stunning. See some sheep, that's about it. I've come up this path behind me. I am just up there somewhere. Right, this is where it gets interesting. I reckon I've only got about 800 metres distance wise to the summit. However, I've got about 300 metres to go up. So, yeah, not too bad. Right, I'm going to crack on, see how I get on. Hello, so I'm about 2.1 kilometres and an hour in, ascending Crib Goch slowly. It's taking my time because it's quite good fun actually so far. I reckon I've got about 600 metres distance wise to the summit, and I've got to climb 300 metres. But it does flatten out at the top a little bit onto the ridge, so yeah, it's going to be a stiff scramble from here up. I've actually got to go up either here, somewhere up there, or over there. I'm looking, I'm probably going to go this way and cut up there somewhere. Got to go right up there in the distance. I've just put the GoPro on the head mount. Hopefully I'll get some good footage on the way up. As you can see, the view is absolutely exceptional. See about 25 yards. I'm hoping it might break. It does look like it's clearing slightly. But yeah, good fun so far. I said, just taking time. Nice day for it. So, a bit humid, but yeah. Right, let's crack on. Yeah, this is the first sort of scramble. Relatively easy one, I'll be honest. It's the exposure part further up that's supposed to be more interesting. It's a nice easy track that way. It's cairn up there. We'll go up this way, as the scrambling's what I'm here for. There we go. Oh, it's definitely done worse. See how it is when I get further up, I suppose. Yeah, not too bad. That was alright. Nice big cairn there. Got to go up there somewhere. I'll be looking down towards Glaslyn and the other lake. I can't remember what it's called. Right. Whew. So we've got another short scramble coming up. So to give you some idea, I've done up to grade 2 scrambles. This will be my first grade 1 one really. Then I do a lot of indoor climbing, general outdoor climbing now, so I can't see it being too challenging. Should stand me good stead for the Annoch Enoch in a few weeks, hopefully, depending on the Scottish summer. Whew. Plenty of footholds, plenty of handholds so far. Really not that bad. Make sure you wear some good boots because it's a bit slippy. Right. Whew. That way. A slightly more interesting one. You have to let me know what you think of this footage, because first time using the head mount. Easy track there. We'll go for the big one, try and avoid the scary sheep that I've just spotted at the top. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Ah, 3 of the UK's most dangerous animals. Right, looks like it flattens out for a bit. I'm going to turn the camera off. Get some more footage in a little while, hopefully. So got another bit of a scrambly ascent here. I'll be honest, it's fairly easy. There is a path going up there. I've decided to go this way because it looks more fun. There's a faint trail here, so it obviously is a route. Yeah, it's good fun so far. Definitely requires a bit of thinking about in places, mainly as to where you're going and where you're going to end up. Yeah, not too bad. I suspect the views and the exposure would already be pretty good if it was clear. Certainly see where I've come from. Yeah, definitely having fun. Definitely worth the trip. I suspect there is a bigger scrambling section coming up though. It's according to the GPS on my map. I'm about 300 metres from the summit, but I've still got about 250 metres to go. So yeah. Whew. In fact, I can see a hump through the cloud. Yeah, not too bad. Just some idea, I've come from down there, just come up there, relatively easy. Definitely done worse so far. Right, views are exceptional, as you can see. It's only getting better. Right, let's crack on. Right, so just picked my way up through the scree slope there. Done a bit of investigation around that way. I think this way actually looks better. And I've got to head up here and somehow get up there. Right, so this could be a bit of trial and error. So follow the obvious path for now, avoiding the copious amounts of sheep poop. Yeah, it's definitely good fun, requires a bit of thinking about. Currently about 750 metres. I've only got 170 metres to go, but I'm only a couple of hundred metres away from the summit. So yeah, there's going to be some sustained climbing. Ooh, you bugger. Right, so yeah, so I picked my way up through the scree slope there onto this trail through here. Don't even want to think about exposure down there on a clear day. I've got to go up there. I can see sort of a scrambly path kind of goes up there. I'm about 300 metres away from the summit at the moment. Distance wise, but I'm only 170 metres of height to go, which I'll be honest is slightly concerning, because obviously draw a little triangle in your head. That means at some point this must be a sustained climb. Yeah, great day out so far. Definitely makes a difference from being in Scotland, and it will enable me to get close to completion on my full house list. As I said earlier, it's 15 Welsh 3000s. Crib Goch mate number 2, Crib and Disengale mate number 3, and then go on with the rest in the week. Right, let's have a look at this exposure. Well, it's definitely good fun. I'm definitely glad there's no wind. You can already see it's quite a drop off, and then there is another drop off down there that I don't really want to think about. The sensible thing up here, I suppose. It looks a better climb, but if I fall there's more of a drop. So yeah, I'm going to head up here, put my way up here. This is where I wish I had a climbing buddy. Any volunteers, please message me. Certainly won't regret it. I'll give you some interesting days out. Right. Yeah. It'll definitely be good fun in the winter. You definitely need a rope. At least a safety rope at the very least. Right. Well, just makes it all more interesting, I suppose. It's not too bad in all honesty. It's quite a lot of foot and hand holds. If you've got a bit of a climbing experience, you should be okay. Yeah, definitely make sure you've done some scrambles before this one though. It's not one to be learning on. Required a couple of interesting leg moves already. Oh, definitely glad I've got a nice easy way out later down the Lamberis path. Oh, let's try around this way. See if I can get up there. Oh, there we go. Nice little ledge. Oh, another scree slope. Don't really want to be slipping on there. See, you slip there, that's a long way down, or the quick way down. Oh, this is a bit of more of a sustained scramble, more to my liking. Definitely a better rock climber than I am hiker, I suppose. Oh, there's lots of scree here. Right. Go that way or that way. Whichever way, I've got to go up. We'll just go straight up. Rather climb up than be sliding about in the scree. It's always horrible. Times like this, I debate my life choices and realise what a good decision I made. Could be sitting in a pub on my 2 weeks off, or laying on a beach, but instead I'm climbing up a Welsh mountain with exceptional views. Oh. Yeah, that required thinking about. Little slide there. Wouldn't recommend it if it's wet for obvious reasons. The stiffer boots are working slightly better than my softer ones. Ah, that's some good exposure. So to give you some idea, I'll just pop down this ledge a minute. I reckon that's about 500, 600 metres down there, straight to the road. And I'm still going higher. It only looked like a short scramble, but yeah, it's more of a sustained one. Right, let me get my breath back, have a drink, then carry on. Right, I've just come up off that little ledge I was on just now. and traverse a little bit across here. Yeah, I'm having a really fun time, even with the RF Chinook that kept me awake last night, flying up and down the valley. Kept diving out the tent to have a look. So, which way do I go? I reckon I still want to head that way a bit more. There we go. Yeah, nice little jump. Oh, sorry. Just move my camera. I reckon up there somewhere. Yeah, it's definitely pick your own route up here, which I knew it would be. It's one of your strengths are climbing wise. Like I said, I'm not experienced, but I do have some experience. I've started doing outdoor roped climbing now. Abseiling. Set up an abseil system without too much trouble. Should be good for the in-pin if I get to do it this year. Oh, get a nice foothold. To be honest, I think the Lord's Rate was worse than Scarfell last year. If anybody wants information on that, let me know. Oh. Try and find a foothold here. Yeah, there we go. Try and find a nice dry one because it's starting to get a bit wet in places. Whew. Currently about 800 metres, so not actually gaining a lot of height really. Sort of little bits here and there, I suppose, which, like I said, means it's going to be a sustained climb to the summit at some point. Ah, more scree. Right, a bit more route investigation, I think. I want to be heading that way though. Oh, so now about 820 metres, so I've only got about 100 metres in height to go. Made a bit more progress. See, it's a long way down. Heading up there. I suspect there may be a short, sharp climb after this section. To be honest, this is relatively easy. Certainly easier than the section a little bit further down. Probably hear the aircraft overhead. There was a goshawk a couple of minutes ago. Can't see it because obviously the views are absolutely exceptional. Although I would say it is getting a little bit brighter, so you never know. Right. God. Yeah, definitely good fun. Recommend it. Possibly even consider doing it again. Not for a while though, because I've got too much else to do. Yeah, I'll definitely recommend wearing stiffer boots. So I've got a pair of Scarpa Deltas on. I've got a slightly stiffer sole. I feel it enables you to get more of a grip in places. I'd certainly be sliding about in my Terrors, I think. Oh. Right, where are we going? Up round here. Oh, it's just a walk, that bit. Looks like stepping stones. 840 metres. Summit's at 921. Oh. Right, turn the camera off now. As you can see, there's not actually much to see in this bit, it's just a walk. So, right, good fun though. Right, so now about 850 metres. Just see my watch there, you might be able to see it. Just making my way up across this slab here. Whew. That was a bit stiff. Just see there's another large section of scrambling up there. Just peeking through the cloud now. The cloud's just blown over. So I'm going to head up this way over the top of that lot. Should be nearly at the summit. Gives you some idea of the exposure down there. I said that's now about 600 metres, pretty much straight down to the road. So yeah, have a fall here, it is game over. Some white things up there, are they sheep fleeces? It might be rocks, I'm not entirely sure. Have a look in a minute. Whew. Right, so let's go this way. Hope you're enjoying the footage. Like I said, please do post comments. It's something new I'm trying. Camera wise, so I used to have a little cheap action camera that I got before I was brought this GoPro. I'm operating it with the GoPro remote. I'll be honest, it is pretty good. It's currently on a head mount rather than a selfie stick, so I can keep my hands free. Right, head up here and turn the camera off because it's going to require a bit of concentration. Pick the footage up again in a minute. Whew. It's humid as well, like really humid. Right. Hello, so I've just come up here, traverse around this way a little bit. I'm going to head up here because those white things I could see earlier were in fact mountain goats, and I'm trying to not disturb them too much. So I'm going to pick my way up through this field up towards that cairn. Alright, let's see how we get on. I'm about under 200 metres away distance wise from the summit, currently at 870, so it's not too bad. It's definitely good fun. Thought, to be honest, I thought it would be slightly more challenging than this bit, but hey ho, definitely enjoyable. Stack Polly or Stack Play north of Ullapool, that was actually worse. That was it's a very short, severe scrambling on that one, considering it was a Graham, so it's a lot lower than this. It's about 2,000, just over 2,000 feet. Oh, a bit of a slip there. Right, let's keep heading for that cairn. Right, I think that might be the summit, looking at the pictures, and the cloud is breaking through. As you can see, there is quite a lot of drop off there. That's pretty much straight down to the pig track. Yeah, I'm going to head up here. Right, let's get up to the cairn, reassess. It's definitely more enjoyable than the plod out that is the pig track or the miner's track, or the plod out along the Lamberis path I've got later on. It might not be the summit, it could be a full summit. Seems to be some higher ground behind it. Right. And look, the clouds lifting a bit. Might actually get a view after all. Right, concentrate on the next section. Alright, so I'm currently about 921 metres. That's the pre-summit, I suppose, full summit. Summit's about 100 metres just under that way, along this knife edge ridge. You get a better sense of the exposure if you look down there. It's definitely a long way down. I'm definitely thinking having the cloud here might be a bit of a bonus, as you can't actually see, because I'm not particularly afraid of heights, but I'll be honest, it's a long way down. Again, that's looking down towards the Glaslyn. The other lake, what is the other lake called? Lyn Lidor. There we go. Lyn Lidor, Glaslyn. It's the one at the end. I'm currently about here somewhere, so I've just got this bit, and then along to Crib Goch. Then I'll rejoin the miners track round about Fingerstone. Yeah, it's a rock that looks like a giant finger. You'll see it when we get there. It's quite obvious. It's right next to the Snowdon Mountain Railway. Yeah, definitely good fun. Right, where are we going? Ooh, yeah, this is definitely a bit more exposed. Right, so yeah, I've got to get across there. A sensible option is stand on that, I suppose, or stand on the rock. Let's go for the rock. Jeepers. Yeah, if you're scared of heights, I wouldn't recommend this. It's a long way down. I'm well aware that I'm over 3,000 feet up in the air, and it's pretty much about, well, you can see it's a freaking vertical drop all the way to the bottom basically. Right, 3 points of contact as much as I can. Yeah, just see the summit peeking through there now. Right, turn the camera off because I think I need to concentrate on this section. Right, cracking day though. Alright, so I'm just approaching the summit now. Let's head over here. As you can see, I keep saying it is exposed, but you can see how much of a drop it is. I think the summit's probably the second pointy rock, possibly. A bit vague to be honest. But yeah, absolutely stunning. Definitely need your wits about you on this section. I did crack my shin back there. A little minute to get the numbness out. Yeah, absolutely stunning day out. This makes up for the slightly easier scrambles on the way up. You do, like I said, you do have to have your wits about you. I mean, literally a knife edge. There's not really much of a bailout path. That one at the back, that's the summit, I believe. Whew. Yeah, that'd be about right. The summit just there. Right, I'm just going to pause it for a minute while I get over this bit. There we go, Welsh 3000 number 2, summit of Crib Goch. Just looking along the ridge, I've got to carry on along a minute, you can just make out a little bit of it down there. Come along this way, you might just be able to make out some people down there. They're definitely not coming up the right route. Most of it is pretty obvious. See the views open up a little bit. You can actually get a sense of the exposure that side. A bit more that side. Slip down there, it's game over. Just chatted to that guy down there, he's a mountain leader, so got a couple of tips. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Right, I'm going to crack on along the ridge now. Next one is Crib Goch, Carned Gain. That's, yeah, and then that's where I'm heading for now. Garnered Gain. That's my next target for today. Looks like it's about 1 kilometre. From what I understand, this peters out a little bit, not far after that. So, right, let's crack on. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, there's some technical scrambling here, but yeah, you just see the cloud wafting over now as well. Absolutely amazing. Right, let's go. So about 200-300 metres past Crib Goch, heading towards Carnage again, Crib Goch, which is the next target. Yeah, so the ridge has petered out a little bit. Now I've got some more technical stuff, so I've got to get down there and then back up there. So I think my best bet is to head down here, that scree and grass down there, then cut up across them ledges up to there and then carry on that way. You see the exposure is still pretty severe. Yeah, absolutely stunning day out. I did avoid going over the top of there for obvious reasons. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Right, let's crack on. Oh. Yeah, it's made it down there. It wasn't actually too bad. As you can see, it is a pick your own path. I'm heading up this way. Could have come from that way and bypassed that whole lot, but where's the fun in that? So yeah, in this, I'll be honest, this is the ridge that just keeps on giving. It is absolutely stunning. So yeah, bumped into a couple of guys on the summit. One of them's an ML, so he's obviously way ahead of me. He's got somebody with him. Chatting to him. Whew, like I said, got a few tips. But yeah, there's a group of guys back there in trainers, small rucksacks, so he pointed them out. I'd spotted them in the car park, so I actually lent him a map. I'm going with one of my copies. On the plus side, I'm definitely doing something right, because he had as big a rucksack as I've got, if not bigger. So yeah, it's not me doing it wrong. Yeah, this is absolutely stunning. From what I can gather, the ridge does peter out in a little while, and then you drop off it before gentle walk up to Carnage again. I might actually get lunch in the summit on Snowdon, not entirely sure yet. Cafe up there, and then walk out via the Lamberris path. Yeah, absolutely stunning day out. As you can see, it's still a fair drop off. Just pick my way up here. There are a few loose rocks that you do have to watch out for, but in all honesty, the rock's pretty good. Oh, I'd say drop down there, it's probably petering out a bit. Head over this way, see what's over here. Get a better scope of the lie of the land. Yeah, I need to head down. So yeah, I'm going to head down here, along there, then follow it that way. Absolutely stunning. That's where I come from. As you can see, the clouds closed in again. Some idea. Straight drop down. Right, let's go. Well, this is absolutely stunning. To give you some idea, it's taken me 2 hours 51 minutes to get to here. I've only done 3.5 kilometres, so yeah, relatively slow progress, but it is a great one to scramble. Just looking down towards Glaslyn and Linley Doors over there. Did just see Snowdon poking up. I did just hear the steam train a few minutes ago. That's where I'm heading next, up towards Carnage again. There is another scramble up there apparently. You can just make out the miners' track down there. This is absolutely stunning. That's the pig track. Gives you some idea of the exposure. I mean, it's pretty steep from here, let alone from up there down. So yeah, that's the pig track. Join up with that shortly. That runs kind of round there, I think. That might be the pig track down there. No, that's definitely the miners. The pig track's going to run just up here. Snowdon is over there. Right, so I'm going to head up there, just see the summit Carnage again, poking through the mist or cloud. That's another sustained climb up there. Well, I've done worse, but yeah, it's an easy section as another scramble. Right, time to crack on. Absolutely stunning day. But yeah, if you're going to do it, make sure you go equipped, not like the guys behind us in trainers. who yeah, it's just daft people. Right, let's head down here. Yeah, nice easy section, gives you a bit of a break from the ridge, I suppose. A lot of sheep down there. Yeah, absolutely stunning. And the best part is, once I've walked down the Lamberis path, pretty much back at the campsite. Should have plenty of time to visit a couple of places I want to visit this afternoon. Nice cairn there. Yeah, oh there we go, there's Glaslyn. So Glaslyn, if you know the legend of King Arthur, Lady of the Lake, supposedly, from what I remember, Glaslyn is where the Lady of the Lake lived, and King Arthur's sword Excalibur was returned there when he died. His treasure's supposedly buried in the mountains somewhere around here. I can't see anybody digging for it, so I presume it might just be a legend. But yeah, that is the legend from what I remember. A little bit of handy knowledge for you. Right, I'm going to head up here to where them sheep are. I'm not going to proceed particularly quickly because I think the cloud might break. Yeah, next summit's at 1,021 metres, so a little bit of ascent to go. Right, let's crack on. Right, so I've come down off of Crib Goch, which is in that direction, just over there. It's relatively easy walking on this bit, and then you're confronted with that. Apparently this is the last major scramble. There's a little track there, so I'm going to head off that way, hopefully cut up round there. Yeah, Carnage you gain, I think is only about 600 metres, and then it's a gentle track, gentle path on the track off the back of it down to the mainland Lamberis path, and then I'll cut up and turn left up to Snowdon. Whew, yeah, looks a bit of a sustained one. Right, it's not going to go away if I keep looking at it, is it? Yeah, I'm at 920 metres, so in theory by the time we get up here should be more or less at the summit. Yeah, clouds closed in again, so right, let's crack on. Right, so let's start this scramble. It's like going all the way back to the start of Crib Goch again. Yeah, definitely probably the best way of doing Snowdon if you're want anything other than a straight hill walk. But yeah, you definitely need some experience. This way looks the better way. There's not a lot in it, so I'll try and get up there. Yeah. Right. You can see people have been here because obviously we've got this trail. Sure where they go from here, to be honest. So right, up around here. That's where you got to use your sense about you. Bit of a route finding. Look for some worn rocks, something like that. It doesn't always work, but it's usually a good indicator, especially on more travelled routes. Oh. I said being relatively fit helps as well. Try and maintain at least 3 points of contact. Easier said than done sometimes, but that way if you do slip, in theory you've got something to grab hold of. Yeah, you wouldn't want to fall down there. Yeah, relatively easy, to be honest. Ah, oh, man, where's it go now? I reckon over there. There's no one getting up them slabs. Again, slabs like this can be dodgy, especially if they're wet. And even across here, you want to be thinking about holding on to stuff, really. Require technique known as sitting. Like I said, it's a bit slippy here, so definitely want to pay attention to what you're doing. Yeah, sometimes I feel it's better to talk it through myself, but you just happen to be on the camera today, so hope you're finding it interesting so far. Yeah, Snowdon via Crib Goch. Oh, it's pretty good. If you ever lose your enthusiasm for hill walking, I'll suggest it and soon get it back. Winter conditions, without doubt, you need ropes, crampons, the whole shebang. Ooh. Now where are we going? So I'll go up, so I'll go round, so I'll go back down. Right, we'll go up. Yeah, it's a long way down. Yeah, and some of you thought I just went up climbing up hills on a nice little hill track, and then you get one like this. This is without a doubt one of the best mountains I've done. That'll be the train on Snowdon. Yeah, look at that. The only thing that could be better is if we had a view. Not sure it's actually going to open up now because it seems to closed in again. But yeah, I think that was a pretty bad section. Come from down there, obviously up around here, head up this way. Don't think I'm that far from the summit. It does look like it's peed out a bit. So yeah, right, let's crack on. There we go, first proper view of Snowdon. That is the biggest peak in Wales. 1085 metres I think it is. That's my final target for today, because there's a calf on top. I've got to go over this lot first. It's the first proper view I've had of it, so hopefully it will break up a little. Right, I'm going to crack on because I am getting quite hungry now. Apparently once I've gone up there, it's basically a short downhill to the Lamberus path, which will be just over the back here somewhere. Right, let's go. There we go, so the view's just opened up. Snowdon, you might be able to make out people on the summit, 1085 metres. It's the highest peak in Wales. It's one of the national peaks. I was last up there in 2019 with my good mate Chris Hughes. That's the end of the pig track and the miners track. Just make out the stone, that's the finger stone. I'm heading up here along this ridge. That's another path, I can't remember what it's called, but that's one of the other ones you can do. Yeah, head up here. Summit Carnage gains up here, general descent off the back down to there, up to Snowdon. Whew, absolutely amazing. Can't ask for a better view than that. This gives you some idea of the exposure I've been exposed to pretty much all the way along. This is literally it on both sides. There we go, that's where I come from. I believe that high point over there is Crib Goch. Came up the other side of that, all along this, across the pinnacles, all the way down here, and then all the way to where I am now. This is without a doubt one of my favourite scrambles so far. Well, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty amazing. It's going to take a little minute because this is absolutely stunning. The only way this could get better is if that completely cleared. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely stunning. I mean, you can see how good it is. But to give you some idea, it's 4.2k in. It's taken me 3.5 hours. So yeah, it's pretty severe. It's a pretty slow pace for me. I'm only doing around about, what, 1.1 kilometres an hour. I've taken a fair amount of footage and photos. Yeah, I'm going to crack on. Not got much further to go now, about 600 metres. Probably maybe a bit more and I'll be at the Fingerstone. So, right, let's crack on. I can almost smell the lunch in the cafe. Absolutely amazing. Hello, so I made it up to the Lamberris path. Brad Carnegie again, running to the Welsh Spider-Man. Yeah, view is, as you can see, absolutely exceptional. That's the way down. That's the way to the summit. That's the Fingerstone. That's where the miners track and the pig track join the Lamberris path. Yeah, I'm going to head off up to the summit that way. Hopefully the cafe's open, I'll get something to eat. Right, let's go. Well, I made it to the summit of Snowdon, second time up here. Got the summit marker, the trig point up there. Got the cafes just down there. As you can see, the view is absolutely exceptional. It's probably even worse than the first time I did it. On the plus side, it's not raining. Yeah, quite busy, as you can see. I'll be heading back down that way shortly towards the Lamberris path and back to Lamberris. I'm just going to have a little look in the cafe, as I've never actually been in there. Got a bit of time, so. But yeah, Crib Goch, absolutely awful. Don't do it. I'll probably be up here again and do it a second time. But yeah, don't do it unless you've got a bit of experience. But yeah, absolutely exceptional. Right, let's crack on. It's got to be lunchtime.